Right. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Juggernaut, and this is the first time I'm playing Halo. Well, not this particular instance, but yesterday I finished Halo Reach, and that was the first Halo game I ever played. I tried Halo Combat Evolved, I think, which is this one, or was it Halo 2 years and years and years ago. But I only played one mission of it, and it was at a friend's place, and I don't really count that as playing Halo. But I did try it, but I had no idea what was going on. It was the middle of the game, so I don't really count that as playing. To all intents and purposes, I've never played a Halo game in my life, and I'm sorry, I'm just going to set the microphone down right here, let's say. And I'm going to talk about this, wonderful experience a little bit. So, here's the thing, there's the Halo Master Chief Remastered collection, whatever they're going to call it, and it's extremely fun. It has one of the coolest buttons in video game history, which changes the graphics from the old, original release to the remaster, and I kind of like both, honestly. This is a lot cleaner looking. I mean, there's a lot less grass, the shadows are a lot less pronounced, so yeah, it looks worse, but it's a bit cleaner. Some of the areas are a lot darker as well, which is kind of interesting, but that's, more or less it in terms of differences, other than the obvious resolution and graphical fidelity and stuff. But here's the thing, as someone who's never played Halo, I've played Reach, and like I said, I finished it yesterday, and that is the only game, to my memory, that has made me want to replay it the moment I finished it. Now, is this because it's the best game ever made and it's amazing? And, well, yeah, okay, it is really, truly amazing, but it's not because it's, so good that I want to just keep playing it. It's the way the story is constructed and the way the narrative works. Because, you see, you start off with Noble Squadron, and small spoilers here, and there are certain events, I'm not going to spoil what happens, because even though it is, decades old, there's no real point. There are certain things that happen to Noble Squadron that sort of makes you care about the characters as you play. As a matter of fact, the more you go through them, and through the missions, and the more you go through with them, the more you care about them. And this culminates at the end of the game, so that at that point you really care about Noble Squadron, you really care about all of them, or all 5 of them. Well, 4 of them. The 5th one was a little bit underdeveloped, but let's not think about that too much. It culminates with the ending, and then that's it. There's no more Noble Squadron, you go over to Combat Evolved, you are now the protagonist Master Chief, and that's it, Noble Squadron is gone. How and why exactly remains for you to discover, right? I'm not going to tell you, but Noble Squadron is gone. And, yeah. You really care about them by the end. It's a kind of a unique way of doing things, in that usually the game tries to... Ooh, this is slippery. This is slippery! Okay. Usually the game tries to make you care about characters before the ending, and then the ending is emotional, where either, you fight to survive, you survive, maybe some of them die, maybe they don't, it's tense and whatnot. But here it's a relatively short story as well. I think it's about 12 missions. The game doesn't have time to make you care about all of them and then provide any sort of tense moments or anything. It all happens sort of at the same time. You're thrown into the thick of it. Things happen very quickly, and you develop sort of simultaneously your care for them, in that one of the characters, let's say, you only see him in one mission, but you learn more about him in the second mission even though he's not there, and then maybe you never see him again, or maybe you see him once more by the end of the game, but all of a sudden going through like the 8th or 9th mission, you're thinking about the first one and going, oh man, that was, you know what, I now understand the first mission a little bit better, knowing what I know about these characters. it's kind of like this fast-paced and almost simultaneous storytelling, where, you know, it's not one thing at a time, it's sort of... It goes in both directions, right? You care about what's happening now, but explanations and character development now also makes you think about the past and go, oi, you know, that was interesting, you know, the scene at the first mission with that girl where George is all carrying and stuff. I say the old man, what do they say, the man forgets himself sometimes? Sorry. Sorry, I had no idea you were in there. Jeez. Alright, you're good. Alright, get out of here. Go, go, go. Get out of here! He's dead. Get out of here. For fuck's sake. You're gonna come with me? Or do you want to go down and clear out the rest of the... Oh shit, okay.
We should secure the area before the dropship arrives.
Yeah, we'll secure the area. Just give me a second, I wanna... clear out the... bunker. What did this look like back in the day? Yeah, see, I love the new sort of, how do I put it, like, detailed, walls and everything. They used to be just, like, you know, flat, but now there's, you know, there's lighting, there's wiring, there's all sorts of stuff. I like that a lot more, but the atmosphere is, yeah, see, this is a good example. It's a lot more atmospheric. The way it plays with light and dark, you know, makes it a little more tense, a little bit more atmospheric. The new game is, it's generally pretty bright, so yeah, you win some, you lose some, I suppose. I like the atmosphere of the first one. Well, the first one, the I say the new game. It's just the, you know, remastered graphics, but that's sort of what I'm aiming at. Anyways, besides the point, that's it. And by the way, for all of you that haven't played the...
We read you, Echo 4.
Okay, sorry, let's wait for the dialogue.
We have survivors and need immediate dust off.
Roger, Cortana. On my way. I've spotted additional lifeboats in your area. One near a rock slide, and another near the head of the river. Hard to see from my altitude, but it looks like there are more survivors. Acknowledged. We're on our way.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that it's over in this direction. Hey, we saved all the people here. That makes me rather happy, considering the previous attempt at saving people wasn't that great, in that they all died. Purely due to my inadequacy, I suppose. Alright, let's go. Oh, you're going to join us? Oh, that's pretty cool. You want to go and rescue your friends. Alright, awesome. Let's go. For those of you that haven't played the Halo games in chronological order, do it. Just Reach sets up Combat Evolved so bloody well. It gets you caring about the characters. It doesn't introduce you to the main protagonist, which is honestly kind of cool because this game introduces him in his own special way, right? So you don't really, You good? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Alright, take it easy to get it. Yep, she's cooking. She's going down. Alright, awesome. Did they strafe the life pod before we got here? I'm gonna assume so, but I'm gonna check it out anyway. It sets up Combat Evolved so bloody well. It gets you caring about the conflict. You know, you sort of know who the Covenant are at this point, whereas in Combat Evolved you had no idea what was going on, and things got introduced kind of sort of slowly. You learn about the war, about the conflict, you know about where the ship's coming from, etc., etc. Well, the ship from the beginning of the game. You sort of learn where you've landed, etc., etc. But with Reach, you get a lot of explanations on what's happening and why, and it's just really, like, it's a great introduction to the series. It's a great prequel, and mechanically it also works really, really well. For example, It's really fun, but in Combat Evolved, shooting weapons is a little bit more, how do I put this, convenient. Like, the recoil and the accuracy of the assault rifle is a lot better. I think the pistol's a bit weaker, but you get more grenades. Throwing grenades is kind of easier as well. Like, it's a little bit more simple. You don't need to give them as much lead. I think you have longer range with the grenades and everything. And all of those things. And Reach explains it more or less canonically as to why that is. First of all, your character is a lot better. He's a lot tougher. Master Chief is kicking some serious ass, obviously, and Noble Six is, well, they're good, but they're not Master Chief. The whole team, I mean. So, there's that, but then there's also the time gap of some, what was it, 20 years or so, I think? I'm gonna blow up and kill me, probably, right? Yeah. Anywho. That was kind of silly. I'm playing on heroic difficulty with a controller, and I am not very good at moving or aiming with controllers, so I'm still learning, been, I don't know, probably 7 or 8 years since I've played an FPS with a controller, so... but that is also, I guess, part of the appeal. In my mind, I'm living the childhood I never had, because I never had an Xbox, right? I know Combat Evolved was out for PC, but... I never had an Xbox, and to me, the way to play Halo is controller in hand, even though you can use mouse and keyboard for all of them now, pretty much. Controller in hand on a bed somewhere, on a big TV, and it's gonna sound like I'm flexing, but like a really decent controller, a really comfortable position, and just, you know, enjoying the narrative and the gameplay. The way you consume the media is also in my mind pretty gosh darn important here, and it just makes things, you know, extra fun, I suppose. So yeah, if you've never played them, like any of the Halo games, I recommend going through them. They're all good, honestly. They're all good from what I've seen. Mind you, I've played Combat Evolved and Reach, and I think it was Halo 2 that I played like years ago, and I really like that one too. I know people swear by Halo 3, or at least the few people I talk to about it. They say it's their favourite Halo game, and that they love it, and all those things. Terrific. Looking forward to it, and I know bits and bobs about the gameplay and the story of Halo 4 and 5, just via, you know, media, YouTube, stuff like that. I never actually played them, but yeah. Either way, it's really fun, it's really great. I thoroughly recommend playing these games and enjoying them. And with the remaster, you know, you can choose your graphics, but even if you play on the newer ones or the older ones, it doesn't matter much. It's mechanically it's the same, and the story is actually really bloody good. And the way it's constructed, the way it's told and everything, it's all pretty gosh darn awesome, so yeah. That's about everything I have to tell you for this video. Did not expect a dropship right on top of my head. But I guess it is Halo. I suppose I should have expected it, mate. At any rate, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you all... Oh, they got him.
Echo 419 to Cortana.
That's a shame.
Foehammer's on station and ready for another pickup. Affirmative, Foehammer.
That's pretty much it.
We're going to look for the last lifeboat, Echo 419.
Thanks for watching. Have fun. Take care. If you have any questions, you want to ask anything, you want to talk about anything Halo related in the comments, feel free. I will read all of them as usual. And yeah, that's about it. Honestly, part of me is glad that I'm getting to experience them like this now, because I haven't played them before. And I guess that speaks to kind of the larger conversation, or the larger topic as a whole. And that being that it's perfectly fine to skip out on some games, because you you know, didn't have an Xbox, or didn't have time to play it, or honestly didn't have the money to buy it and play that game at the time, right? It's perfectly fine to just... Ah, damn it. Yeah, it would have been a little bit interesting. Yeah, let's go. Alright, got replacements, cool. That sounds kind of horrible, but what can I say? We got replacements. Sorry about the plasma burns from the engine. Okay, yeah, larger conversation as a whole is that perfectly fine to play games later down the line. When, not even necessarily when they get remastered. Can I not pick this up? Oh, yes I can. Ooh, I love this gun. Yeah, that's the old sniper rifle from Reach. Well, the old, it's this is the older game technically, but you get the idea. I love that weapon in Reach. That and the marksman rifle, like the DMR. Oof, my favorites. Assault rifle was kind of bad, like not that good. In Combat Evolved, I like it a lot more. The pistol was more powerful in Reach than it is here, just a little bit. I feel like on this difficulty, you could one-shot grunts with a headshot. Here, I feel like they need 2 shots most of the time. Though I really like how open the world is. Like, we're going back and forth, we're going through the same areas occasionally. Which Reach did that too with Sword Base. If you haven't played.
Picked up reports that the Covenant has located and secured the Pillar of Autumn's crash site.
Oh shoot!
The good news is the captain is still alive. The bad news is that the Covenant have captured the entire surviving command crew. Let's hurry and find the final lifeboat so we can link up with the rest of the survivors.
Let him rip. Oh Jesus! Stop shooting my warthog. Yes, so before I was so rudely interrupted, I enjoy how open it is, like going back and forth between areas. You get lost sometimes, you know. Has its charm, I suppose.
Marines are concealed in those rocks.
Alright, let's go save them. Very good shooting. Ouch. I could get out and shoot these guys myself, but I kind of find it fun to ride with the Marines and let them do all the killing. Anyways, they did that with Sword Base, which if you like going back and forth, which if you haven't played is a base that gets overrun by the Covenant near the beginning of the game, and then you have to go back to it, and it's the same map, just you're approaching it from a different angle, and obviously things have changed a little bit. There's different enemies, different objectives, etc., but it's really cool. And, yeah, they do that here to an extent where you go, I mean, I don't know yet, this is the beginning of the game, but I had to go, like, back and forth a little bit with extractions and stuff. And it is a pretty gosh darn open map, so you can take different routes to get to the same spot. I really like it. I really like it, especially when you consider how old the game is. The fact that any of this was pulled off was quite incredible. Okay, let's back up a bit and park here, and I'll go talk to those Marines, see if they need any help or anything. You look oddly familiar.
Contact! Covenant dropship down there!
Where's the dropship? Okay. Am I supposed to go through these rocks and up here? Because I sort of had the feeling that I'm here to evacuate you, but maybe not. I know what I'm supposed to be doing is finding the crash site, but I kind of figured that this might be a side hustle. No. And there's the dropship. That was terrible, and I'm going to end the video right there because of how terrible that is. I genuinely feel ashamed. Okay, a little bit better. pretty decent. It's hard to aim with this. It genuinely is hard to aim with this, because I got used to the aim assist in Reach, which was a little bit stronger. They're going to kill my green later. If the rock wasn't there, you'd be dead, just saying. Okay, we got him. Casualties? None. Lovely. Okay, that's what we were going for. A little bit sloppy, but we got the job done. How did the... Oh, there was no picture-in-picture sight at the time, well, obviously, but... Yeah. There was no picture-in-picture sight with the sniper rifle, and it just looked... so much more plain. Like, it looked like a tube with a bipod. This one's a little bit more high-tech, I suppose. I don't know, I kind of feels like it looked a little bit more like common 50 BMG rifle of our era, and this looks more like a, you know, futuristic kind of thing. Screw you. My guy's alright. Ah. Anyways, that's about it as far as the video is concerned. I wanted to end it a couple of minutes ago, but I sort of thought of another topic that I forgot to mention, and yeah. Like I said, that's more or less it. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video and want to stay tuned with the rest of the content that I produce on this channel. Until next time, have fun, take care, and bye-bye. Good God, this is loud.
Traffic on the Covenant BattleNet. I found Captain Keyes. He's being held on a Covenant cruiser, the Truth and Reconciliation, a ship I disabled.